We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
Oh! Oh, God! Oh, God! You know what that means, right?
What does that mean,
You
Joe?
know what that means.
What does that mean,
You have to
Joe?
know what that means. The Rise of Skywalker, and she just hugged Princess... Like, when did she ever see Leia in the new movies? I don't think she ever met... Or she met her when they... in the 8th one. When she, like, met the Resistance. And
Yeah,
like, oh,
no,
let's
yeah.
work together. But that was, like... That was it.
So are you telling me?
Without releasing spoilers, if anybody saw the 8th episode, you know what that means. Which is weird, because that's... Man, that's a huge spoiler.
Oh, that's my cue.
Huge! Oh! Oh! I'm just saying, like, wow.
Wow.
Were you the one that told me that, like, you broke down the science of how much money Owen Wilson has been paid for saying the word wow in movies?
That was you.
Was that Zach told me that?
Oh,
he broke it down to a science. And it was like Owen Wilson has approximately, for the amount of times he said wow in his career and the amount of money he's made, he has potentially made over $133,000 per every time he said wow.
Wow.
Where's your money?
Wow.
Where's your money? Well, welcome everybody for joining us Friday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just noticed that the trailer for the new Star Wars movie came out, so we figured, you know.
Let's open with it. Why not?
Let's open with it. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, and it's kind of opening things on a happy note, because there's some great things we have to talk about and some not so great things that we're going to talk about. First off, we'll go ahead and state the fact that we're still giving away the system, right? So if you want to enter the giveaway, we can provide a link to you. That system goes until April 20th. Once again, it's a giveaway. Give it away. Give it away.
Give it away now. Yes.
Get out of my head. All right, bro, just get out. So, first topic of discussion, Intel's 14-core, 5 gigahertz boosted CPU is available. Kind of.
Say what?
It's an auction-only item.
Auction? Wait, what?
Okay, dude, so this is weird. First, there were hints about this processor being dropped. People were showing proof that a processor like this existed for a while now.
Okay.
But there's nothing in allocation. We have not received anything as far as information directly from Intel about it. As far as I know, I haven't seen anything. No, I know absolutely nothing about embargoes, so I can't really infringe on anything to begin with. But so according to reports that people are gathering for this CPU, Wes, only system integrators like us or like OEMs can buy it, and you have to bid to get it. It goes to the highest bidder. It is for special purposes. The only two big things about this processor that I could gather is the fact that it's a 14-core, 5 gigahertz CPU.
My God.
I mean...
It's going to be a toasty boy.
Dude, I have a 14-core X299 system at home, and it's clocked to 4.7. And those usually go for like $1,000.
Right?
So why would I pay an exorbitant amount of money to have the same cores, but just 300 megahertz more?
If you're an enthusiast. If you're somebody that enjoys that, it's understandable.
They were trying to say that this processor is geared toward like analytical work.
Okay.
Like if you're a trader and you have a bunch of data that you need to see all at once, this is for you.
Here you go.
You want it? How much money will you pay? X amount. Not enough.
Nope, you
Please try
lost the
again.
bid.
Well, that's crazy to me.
Right?
I mean, a lot of people also feel like that maybe this is just Intel trying to pull a stunt. You know what I mean? Like this is PR.
Yeah.
PR all the way. Which it could be.
You never know.
No. You never know. But we will find out.
I'd-
Benchmarks. I want to see benchmarks, though.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
I mean, if you had the money, if you were the kind of person that like money was no object, would
Yes.
you buy it? You would? Okay. Well,
yes.
that's
You
Intel.
didn't even have to finish. Yes.
Yes, I would.
I would.
Because imagine its stock boost clock is 5 gigahertz. I wonder what that would be pushed to. That's what I want to see.
Like I said, it'd be a toasty boy, though.
Oh, it's a bit toasty, was it?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit now.
Righto.
No, I'm back to the bidding thing. I think that's interesting. That's a different approach. Who knows? It very well could be a stunt, and a year from now we could see it just drop retail everywhere, and boom, here's the price. There's not going to be any allocation. It's Intel. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But
they've had some allocation issues over the year. They're kind of working on.
Yes. But I don't know. Do we really need this right now, though?
No,
So
I don't need it,
That's,
and I don't need you. Oh, no, it's okay. It's all that Swenson's getting to my head.
oh my gosh.
Wes recently introduced me to Swenson's for the first time today.
It was
Delicious.
Oh my god.
Jimmy, when I thought it, I ate of you.
So good.
Did you see what I did there? When I thought of it, I ate of you.
Oh. Romantic.
You know what I mean.
No, to any viewers who aren't from the Ohio area, Swenson's is a northeastern based company.
Just in Ohio or like
yeah,
in the country?
No, okay, northeastern Ohio.
Because their cups say that it's the best burger in America, and that's a pretty bold
It's
statement.
been voted.
Oh, has it really?
Yes.
What about In-N-Out Burger?
I've never had In-N-Out. I can't attest for that.
I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of In-N-Out, but it was also because I wouldn't eat the sauce. Like, oh, you got to have the special sauce.
Special sauce.
Yeah, dude, like I'm not into like that stuff. I don't like condiments in that regard. And I don't know why. It's just how I've been since I was a young boy.
I can't have sauces on my burgers.
Jack Daniel's sauce.
Now that. Ooh, pardon me. Now that is
Speaking of
good.
switches,
Yeah, pardon me.
Ah.
Recon Spartan says In-N-Out is all right. Welcome to the stream, Recon Spartan.
Hello, Recon.
We have
Musket Camel
Gilberto.
style. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Gilberto asking if he can win the PC giveaway. Well, you have a lot of chances.
Many chances.
Very many.
15 times 15 to be exact.
It is. Get on it. I'm telling you. You
Get
could win
down
it.
on it.
You could win it. He said his dream system.
Wow.
And he entered hoping for the best pit sock.
Gilberto Queso says, much chances. Such chances. Much system.
Kyle Lemmer says, Swenson's. I agree with you.
Like
100%.
How's it going, Kyle? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining.
That's probably exactly how you would say it too. Swenson's.
It's exactly how I say it. Okay.
I would have known. I should have asked you, by the way, when you ordered the triple cheeseburger. I should have been like, you're not like, you don't ever gorge on food. So maybe there's a reason. Portions.
No, I'm just actually a fat kid.
No, you're not a fat kid. You're not. Don't say that. Hey, A-Dubs and MC and Mike.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us to this fine Friday.
Just talking about
afternoon.
burgers. It's pretty high. Burgers, Intel CPUs. What more do you want?
Everything. I want all the burgers and all the CPUs.
That's true.
Something I wanted to say in closing to this Intel i9990XE 14-core 5 gigahertz boost clocked CPU. If they made this an 1151 socketed CPU or whatever 11 series socket they decide to generate within the next 5 years, I'd buy it.
Oh yeah.
That's what they need to move toward. They need to make these 14 cores and these 16s and these 18s and these 20s to be the new desktop standard within mainstream means, and then they need to make the X299 be like Threadripper status CPUs. That's what they need to do.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, we haven't always been the type of company that pushes products on people. If anything, we just push the message that we build anything and anything you want us to without confinement. You know, our slogan was compromise or customize without compromise, right? So if we were to look at both Threadripper workstations and Intel workstations side by side right now, we are selling drastically more Threadripper workstations than we are Intel, and we're not even really doing anything to make that happen. So like the people have chosen.
Oh, absolutely.
I just hope Intel takes that information and they do something with it, because AMD took that information and they went with it. They did their marketing research and they're like, what's something that we could break into and make huge waves in the industry, the workstation industry, by creating, you know, 32 core monster CPUs at an affordable price point.
Wow.
ADubs TV says, I'm mad my laptop LM experiment didn't turn out with better results, but not really mad though. I know, man. Like, we thought it was going to be better. In short term, it is better. Idle, it's a little bit better. Long term, makes no difference. But do you know what that tells us? It tells us that the limitation isn't thermal paste or the application. It's notebooks themselves. It's the cooling solution in the notebooks.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen the insides of, like, new notebooks, right?
Yeah.
They look like, how thin are those heatsink? How thin is it?
I think as thin as my hairline.
I mean, I was going to say it's thin enough to where you're probably not get a second date. Was my thought. But still, it's good to kind of have that data and then know what we have to work with moving forward. But at least you got a free LM application out of it, dude.
Yeah.
It was fun to do. Zach enjoyed it, for sure. He just wouldn't shut ADubs this, ADubs that. He just would not stop talking about you. I was like, you should probably just get his number.
Ooh. Ooh. Shoberto Queso said, boost clock a galley boy from Swenson's and take my money. Done. Done. Done.
How fast does this triple cheeseburger go?
Oh, no way.
About 2 feet every 3 seconds.
And then we have Clad.gov.
Clad.gov.
Is a 70 or i7 7700K and an RTX 2080, 16 gigabytes of RAM, good enough for Fortnite, running a 240 hertz monitor. You could run like 10 Fortnites and you'd be fine.
I was gonna say absolutely. A GTX 1050 could probably handle Fortnite at 240 hertz. No, in all actuality, a 1060 would be able to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually,
your CPU will last until the end of time as far as relevancy goes. As long as you don't get bored with your system, because sadly enough, I'm the kind of person to where I have a system that's functional and it works, and I'm like, I'm tired of looking at this. I want to look at something new. I want something to consume 25 hours of my life to build from scratch.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it doesn't take me that long to build a system. I just mean with all like the mods and changes and designs I usually put into my PCs.
Right.
20 to 25 hours on average, I would say.
So we do have a couple more comments. ADub said, did you see the market share data Gamers Nexus put out about AMD and Intel? Did you see that, Joe? Because I did not.
It's pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Enlighten me.
Maybe we can pull up a photo.
Ooh.
And talk about that for a little bit.
Ooh, okay. I'm down. I'm down.
In the meantime, we're going to talk about some ray tracing stuff. Oh, wait, hold on real quick. Gilberto Mata says, my build was a no-go. Intel does need to up their way of marketing. Yeah, kind of. The thing is, when you're a company like Intel and you have products that start selling themselves, you do a lot less to push and more to promote, because there's a difference. Promoting is like, check it out. Pushing is, here's why you should buy it.
Right.
You know.
Real quick before we dive into the ray tracing, Clad.gov said, should I upgrade the CPU? I just bought it. Upgraded it to an i7 8700K. i9 9900K question mark, or what do you recommend? I'm also a software developer and I want fast compile times. Thoughts?
Dude, you want to go for speed.
Absolutely.
Speed is the name of the game. Doesn't matter what processor you have, if it's fast. Go with something that you can boost. So I would prefer a 6-core that can overclock to 5 over an 8-core that maybe only could overclock to like 4.6. Is what I'm saying. You always want speed. More cores is great, but the faster the better. You're going to see the bigger difference when it comes to compiling in that regard, at least. ADubs has a photo of there it is. There's the market share data. See, this is what's crazy. It almost looked like DNA when I saw it.
Yeah.
You can see where it starts, and every time, as you should see, every time Intel goes down, AMD goes up, and then you start to see where they get kind of close and bounce back and forth to one another. until eventually AMD is just like, hey, I got this. Now, there's a rumor. There's a few people that I've heard, not even on the inside, but people within the industry that I've talked to that feel wholeheartedly that Intel has the ability to just destroy AMD if they wanted to.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree with
You
that.
think so?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I don't. I don't know why I don't feel that way. Intel is absolutely just a massive force to be reckoned with in that regard, but I don't feel like they could do that. And if they could do it, then the only reason why they haven't is so they don't get into a situation to where they have like a monopoly and then they're forced to break up Intel.
That's exactly what Rutu just said.
Really?
Yep, exactly. He says Intel won't do it.
Same for NVIDIA.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I believe they have the power, but then I'm alongside with you. I don't think they would do that.
Back in the day, and memory could be serving me incorrectly because I was still fairly young when this happened, but I remember the courts brought Microsoft to the judicial system, and they ended up determining, well, at least the executive, and they ended up determining that they were a monopoly and that nobody could compete, and they ended up having to share insider information to give anybody else who's considered a competitor like a fighting chance.
Huh.
So I would actually prefer they do that.
Right.
You know? Because then they'll actually have to like work for the business and not just be like peasants. But I think AMD knows full well that they're just staying on, they're investing money into the GPU market just so they could still, like, they can stay alive.
Yeah.
I don't think they're trying to compete with their GPUs at this point in time. I think they're biding their time until they are ready to release something that is going to rock NVIDIA's world.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it was kind of poor timing if they would have had that ready right at the time that NVIDIA launched ray tracing GPUs. They could have had a huge impact with developers. Be like, well, NVIDIA has ray tracing, but AMD has this, and it's easier to develop on. They would have seen a huge market share change going from NVIDIA to AMD, and that's something that, like a strategic move, they need to consider, I think.
Absolutely.
I know it's not easy to do, but easier said than done.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
But still.
Rutu says, or first, ADub said they could destroy AMD, but at the cost of cannibalizing their server parts, I think. Rutu also said, that's why I wanted Apple to buy AMD. He also proceeded with, they lose a bunch of Radeon heads to Intel poaching them.
Yeah.
Radeon is kind of directionless at the moment.
I'll actually have to concur with that, Rutu. But at the same time, I'm also going to have to say that I feel that's a little on the contrary for the fact that, I mean, I know things. We know things. I can't talk about some of these things. They have a direction they want to go to, and all I can say is that it is the right direction. They're being a lot more proactive about things that a decade ago they were not as proactive about. Like, for example, we didn't have an AMD representative for the longest time. Did you know that?
I believe so.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody that we spoke to at AMD other than like through the RMA process if we need to return anything and get it replaced.
I don't even have a contact for RMAs.
Yeah, well, that's because I mean, well, we don't have an assigned contact. That doesn't really mean anything. It's just, it is what it is.
Right.
But we do have a representative that we work with to deliver us content and keep us up to date on what's going on and what's ahead of us. And that just serves to make sure that we're providing the best solutions that we can. You know, we're an AMD Elite partner. We're actually in the process of creating some content to showcase that, which you will see. And I will talk about probably at some point soon when we're done. But man, losing all of those Radeon heads to Intel, that hurt. And NVIDIA. They did lose some people to NVIDIA too, don't forget that. And that kind of sucked. And yeah, they do have a lot of cash flow coming in, A-dubs, from Ryzen, and especially Threadripper. Like, I checked a couple of weeks ago, like what our numbers were, and it was at the very early start of the month, and it was like Threadripper workstations were at like the 50s, and Intel workstations were at like single digits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're not, Threadrippers are just selling.
Yeah, no, they are.
They are just selling. And I won't take credit. You know, I'll give credit to where credit's due. I think AMD is positioning themselves in the best way strategically than they have in a while. NVIDIA's always been that way. They're just trying to push. They're trying to create the next standard in gaming and development and GPU compute through Turing and Tensor cores. So,
absolutely.
We'll just have to see. I think their Epic line has promise in Asia. Yeah, it does. I mean, I sell Epics too when I can. I just quoted somebody in comparison to Intel's 18-core Xeon, the 2695. like super expensive one for the Xeon V4 series, with an Epic 20 core, and it was like almost dollar per dollar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just Epic CPUs in allocation have been kind of hit or miss since their launch. Sometimes you can get them, sometimes they're back ordered. That's kind of typical though, because AMD typically has a much larger shelf life with their products.
Mm-hmm.
So like Xeon CPUs will be good for like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
Epic CPUs will probably go for like 5 to 7 years, I would estimate.
I didn't even know. Pardon me. I didn't even know Epic was. I didn't even know that was a processor of theirs until I started working here.
It's Epic.
I came in one day. I was like, what is this?
Dude, they're huge mamma jammas. CPUs are huge. I mean, they're Threadripper sized.
You know, yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that's how Opteron was. If any of you recall, if anybody has any experience working with server technology, Opteron was around for like a decade.
Those are huge. We have one back in stockroom still. Oh yeah, that thing is huge. I think it's bigger than the Threadripper.
Gilberto Mata says that he's also trying to switch to a PC to become more competitive. What do you use now? Like, do you use PS4 or 360? Well, let us know so we can talk about it. PS4, all right. I like the PS4. That's my wife's console of choice because she's smart.
I got better exclusives.
Well, not to knock anybody who likes Xbox, but that's exactly that.
I mean, I have an Xbox. I plan on getting a PlayStation 4 one of these days, but it'll be because of, the exclusives.
The exclusives are what make things exclusive.
Yeah, man. Bruh.
Speaking of exclusive, ray tracing is no longer exclusive to RTX cards because NVIDIA released a driver set to include support for the GTX. Oh. Alien Icon says PC is my choice nowadays, though it was PS4. That's right. PC Master Race. That's such an overplayed statement. I'm sorry. It is. A-dubs, Nintendo Switch, though. Dude, sometimes I can't put down my Switch. But it's Nintendo. I don't even consider Nintendo like a competition to PC. It's Nintendo. Simple as that. Marudu says, will my 1070 be able to get more than 10 frames per second with ray tracing on? Funny you should ask. Let's talk about it.
Benchmarks.
So I have here in my notes, benchmarks. Where are the benchmarks? Hey, this is so fucking awesome. Question, though. Benchmarks. It's just easier to censor myself. I'm saying I'm not going to put that on anybody else. Yeah, but we do have the benchmarks. We don't have the benchmarks, but we showed you the benchmarks. How many times can I say benchmarks?
Alien Icon.
Alien Icon. Joe's just a Nintendo fanboy. Yeah, I am. Because when I didn't have friends, there was Nintendo. It's like Cable Guy, but with video games. Dude, fine. Get as far away from me as possible. Totally okay with this. It's okay. I don't take it personally.
Hold on. I thought about it on my way out. I think it's okay. It's acceptable.
Anyway, on to the benchmarks. So as you know, as you can anticipate, GTX cards are not going to run real-time ray tracing support in any facet close to RTX. Basically, NVIDIA was quoted in saying, now you can enjoy a quote-end-quote sample. If you want a sample of how ray tracing works, you can use it on your GTX card in the lowest possible settings. AKA translation, you're going to get pissed that you can't run ray tracing. Anything higher than lower, you're going to go buy an RTX.
Yeah.
Smart. Yeah. It is smart. I got to hand it to them. Like, NVIDIA is a business above all. And that's how you boost sales. It depends on your perception, though. You're either going to look at it and think, oh, a bunch of jerks. Well, they're not, like, forcing ray tracing down your throat. It's not like, because you own a certain card, they're going to take a technology that's proprietary to their stuff, and they're going to, times it by 64 hidden in the game code, so any competitor cards go to play it, it just tanks performance. Witcher 3. It's not like they're going to do that. Just cut them a break. It's not like they're selling you a card that says it's 4 gigabytes and really it's 3.5. I'm done. I'm done being passive aggressive. Hairworks. No, it's just called Lightworks now. Ray tracing, shadows, light. Lightworks.
I tell you, Hairworks with an RTX card is not too shabby.
No, it is. It is pretty.
It is very pretty.
I did enjoy playing Tomb Raider when they first started using Hairworks and actually seeing like hair move like hair. It was cool.
Geralt's looks really freaking good.
Have you tried to like play The Witcher without Hairworks? Geralt just looks like a Twinkie. it's I don't know. He just kind of looks like if you were to take a marshmallow and just bite the corners at an angle, that's what it looks like.
Oh, nice.
But as far as the benchmarks go, for the 15th time, half of the rated frame rates per second on a GTX card running real-time ray tracing compared to RTX. It's across the board. I looked at the numbers before I wrote that down in notes. So if a game gets 60 frame per second, a 60 frame per second rating with ray tracing on high or ultra, GTX on low, it gets 30. Look at Wes's face real quick. You kind of look like Trevor from Grand Theft Auto right now.
Oh, I don't want to be associated with that. I swear I'm sane.
I know. I like to read. I'm a great member of society, and I have 2 children. Please no.
Please no.
I'm not going to prance around town in my underwear and blow things up.
Please.
Here's the question, though. I wonder if anybody is going to try to figure out a way to use 2 GTX cards to their advantage in this situation and allocate the standard GPU resources to GPU 1 and then real-time ray tracing specifically to GPU 2. That's how the physics support started back in the day. Do you remember physics cards?
I don't. Nah,
okay,
might be too young,
bruh.
for that.
And for anybody that's watching that may not know, back in the day when NVIDIA physics was a thing, and CPUs and GPUs weren't powerful enough to just add it on as like a supporting technology, you could buy physics cards. So you'd have like an 8600 GT, and then you'd have a physics card, and the card was dedicated specifically to running physics. The cards bombed. Nobody wanted to buy a physics card because it was like $250 to be able to see a ball roll on the ground realistically, or watch like the combustible wall that was exploded by a grenade fall apart in realistic pieces. So NVIDIA was like, you know what then? Use a second card. Yeah, if you're using an 8600 GT, you can use your 6800 GTS dedicated as a physics card, and it'll do the same thing. And people did it for years. People swore by it. So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing. Back when physics was owned by Aegea, yeah. Aegea, wow. Dude, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. It just reminds me of 3DFX. Wow. And when Matrox actually made like consumer VGA cards. And when it was called a VGA card, and then an SVGA card. Super VGA, ooh. Ooh. Hey, Wes, says Maeve Boyer.
Oh, hey, Maeve.
Hey, Maeve.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
So A-Dub says, physics. That's not that bad, to be honest. I thought it would be worse. Yeah, I know. I remember the Crisis barrels. So do I. I remember I would just blow up huts in Crisis to watch everything fall apart into tiny pieces.
You know, we do now have the technology where we can run Crisis.
We have the technology. By the way, guys, we're giving away a system.
What?
If you're just now joining us, it goes until April 20th. It is an Outer Worlds themed build that we built for PAX East 2019.
Green?
And we're giving it away.
A green system? 420?
Stop that.
Coincidence?
Stop it.
Not.
It's got orange juice in it. It can't be affiliated. No.
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 All jokes aside, it's a beautiful system. I've seen it in action, in person.
You're not wrong, A-Dubs.
It's beautiful. So we have a link in the description. Go to that link. You have a lot of options to get a lot of entries into this giveaway. So hop on over, take a look. Just do it.
I like the mustache, the lean back head mustache meme.
Law. That is the law, I think. Hold on. Yeah. Law.
Oh.
Oh. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mama. Mommy.
you?
Mama.
Oh, you missed it.
Mama.
Real quick.
Mom. Mommy. 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 Ma. 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 I'm done. I want the res replaced with a pot leaf. Well, A-Dubs, like we said, if you win this system, we'll make any level of modifications you want. You just have to make sure that you slide dollar bills at Zach while he's doing it. Stripper status. Autism speaks. Well, I didn't I just reenacted a moment that people know about. So I'm watching The Revenant.
I've never
Ever
seen
that
it.
movie?
Nope.
I laughed inside because they run into an Indian clan called the Ree.
The Ree.
So I'm like, imagine being a settler back in the day. We need to move because we're going to run into the Ree. You don't want to get scalped by the Ree. And I wonder if they, instead of like the, oh, no, like noises that they'd make on horses, I wonder if it's just Ree. I instantly got like a mental image of like 55 chin-bearded Travises galloping on horses, just like about to turn into Joe Rogan podcast. No, we're not going to do that. No, I don't want to lose our sponsorships and our government contracts. By the way, guys, we're going private. We're going private, Wes. Did you know that?
No.
Or we were private already, so it doesn't matter.
Yay.
Yay. We're going to the moon. Woo. And A-Dubs is going to the moon with the Outer Worlds 420 system. So
these frames.
if A-Dubs, if by any chance you win this system and we end up doing that for you, I need you to create a Thug Life meme of yourself. That needs to happen. I need you to like turn on the system and then just whip your head at the camera, and then the glasses and the cigarette come into your mouth. And
you also have you have to have the song play. I don't know. I can't remember what song it is.
There's a bunch of them.
There's like, oh man, there's like certain ones that like fit like almost anything Snoop Dogg.
Oh, I know.
Gangster's Paradise. Oh,
Gangster's Paradise. That one's my favorite.
Well, yeah, I like the song, but man.
MLG horns. Well, that's that. Let's move on to company news before I can't take it anymore. The memes are strong with this one. So, guys, we have some exciting things to talk about, company-wise. We're running a spring sale. It's spring cleaning here at AVADirect, and we are blowing the doors on our inventory. Wow, that was stupidly cheesy. Why did I say that?
It fit.
No, it's awful. So, spring sale, you can save you can save 10% up to 30% off until 4:30. So if you don't win the system from 4:20 to 4:30, you can save 10%, which is crazy because that is exactly a 10-day difference to save 10%. Is it conspiracy? I think not. It's just 10 sounded like a really solid number. I'm already seeing people taking advantage of the sale, and orders are rolling through, and people are getting great deals. So if you're thinking about buying a PC, or you're thinking of getting something, I don't know. But we're going to show you this ad in the meantime. We hope you enjoy it.
Parker here with AVADirect. Are you tired of your PC never performing? Do you suffer from terrible cable management? Does your PC burn like the fires in hell when playing games? Well, fear no more, because AVADirect Custom Computers builds a PC just for you. Enough RAM to handle your thousands of Chrome tabs? No problem. Super processor so you can game, stream, and record? We got you covered. Pause. Who needs light bulbs? RGB is everywhere in these things. Gaming, work, servers, VR, we do it all. All of this and more here at AVADirect Custom Computers, where we build PCs for you. Hurry in now for a limited time.
Just do the last portion.
We're just kidding. We're just kidding. We're not going to show you anything. Oops. Alien Icon. Oh my God, it's Ryan Gosling. What do you want? What do you want? No?
I mean, it's from The Notebook.
Have you seen The Notebook?
No.
Casey went to bed early one night, and I was tired. Or I wasn't tired, so I'm watching TV. And I'm laying in bed watching, like going through Netflix. I can't find anything. And I'm like, The Notebook. I guess I'm gonna do this. So Casey just rolls over. You're watching The Notebook, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's just gonna make you get disappointed with our relationship. I'm like, oh, okay. It actually did the exact opposite. No joke. It reminded me of like Casey and I, like 100% as far as like being drawn together. Not to get cheesy, but like known each other for a long time, and there were just several instances in our life where like life got us back together one way or another, and like now we're married with kids. Like it actually like, and I didn't cry at all. I thought I was going to. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna like sob on the couch, like she remembers. It's her. It's her. Oh God, she doesn't remember him again. Oh, this is really uncomfortable. No, it was just so that's where that scene's from, and you know, we have our own young Ryan Gosling. Very nice. I'm proud.
A-dubs. I'm not a non-movie nerd. Okay, I watch some movies.
Why do you hang out with these non-movie nerds? First, Zach, and dude, A-dubs, right? Do you want to come to the studio and be on one live stream so we could like talk about movies?
I'm out.
I quit.
Goodbye. It's nice and warm for you.
Much like a majority of the hair on my head, I'm out.
Yeah. Yep. You're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
I'm sorry. I played the unedited version. Yeah, that did happen. Do we have the edited version? Can we find that and put it on? Please. Thank you. We just wanted to show you a little bit about the bare bones of how we make these adverts. That's really what it was. Yeah. Oh, where is Zach? Zach is in the middle of building a server workstation right now. So that's happening. I'd love to come hang out. Dude, you can. Like, if you really want to like be on a live stream with us, why not? I'm not opposed. Join a live stream with us.
Come on.
It'll be fun.
Come on.
Tell us. Come on. Tell us what topics you want to talk about. It could be anything. Gaming, non-gaming. You want to talk about, famous footwear going under? I don't care. I've got a face for radio and a voice for silent film, though. I kind of feel like at this point, you should just have your own section, and we'll have you like stand on the desk and do stand-up. A-dub stand-up. Somebody has a question real quick. Off-topic question, but 400 DPI really works for me gaming-wise. Targeting sensitivity, see, but 800 DPI is more practical for work. Converting a sensitivity doesn't feel the same either. Any tips? Have you tried changing your mouse pads? Like, Are you using a traditional mouse pad? Have you tried using a hard one? Have you tried using the ones that are big that allow you to move more of your arm rather than just your wrist? Try different mouse pads and surfaces, dude, because for me, I never thought a mouse pad would make that big of a difference until Casey stays on top of Amazon deals, and she's like, hey, there's a bunch of stuff on sale at Amazon as far as PC peripherals. You should take a look. And she found a Logitech gaming mat that was normally like $20 and it was $8. I bought it. It's real thin, but it's really smooth and flexible, and it changed like my comfort in gaming, so you should try that. Well, hello, Jack Gaming TW. Hello.
Welcome.
Got a bite though. Mata says, if I win the build, I'll do the meme and win tourneys. Okay, please do. If anybody wins the build, if they're willing to do a Thug Life meme, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just saying, bro.
A-Dub says, the mousepad level 1 tech cells is actually fantastic.
Dump. Plug. Dump plug. Big mousepads are great. I agree.
I do have one. And it's
like
phenomenal.
Big mousepads, and I cannot lie. Woo! You other pads can't deny. Woo! I don't want to do the rest. This is going to get really inappropriate. When I make up lyrics as I go, I can't be responsible for the words that come out of my mouth, and I'm going to try and be responsible right now. If we have an after-hours stream...
Please. Please.
If I can convince the commander-in-chief here at Great Old AVA to let us do an after-hours stream just so you can see me uncut...
Same. Oh.
Boy,
howdy.
Shio, hi, guys. Hey. How's it going? Thanks for joining us, guys. Everyone old and new.
Jack Gaming said, your ads are dope. Found your channel because of an ad on Instagram.
Nice. Dude, I'm really glad you like our ads because, admittedly, we never really did many ads here at all. And we wanted to start doing it because it was different. And we have a lot of creative minds that add to any number one of our ads. So that being said, let's show you the spring sale ad that we intended to show you in the first place.
Working here with AVADirect. Are you tired of your PC never performing? Do you suffer from terrible cable management? Does your PC burn like the fires in hell when playing games? Well, fear no more. AVADirect Custom Computers builds a PC just for you. Enough RAM to handle your thousands of programs? No problem. Super processors so you can game, stream, and record? We got you covered. Who needs light bulbs anymore? RGB is everywhere in these things. Gaming, work, servers, VR, we do it all. All of this and more here at AVADirect Custom Computers, where we build PCs for you.
I feel like the only thing that's missing from that ad, and maybe we can still add it, no pun intended, is like a 6-second long text or like a voiceover of somebody giving terms and conditions at like warp speed. I think we're going to do that. It's not going to take much to do. I think that's exactly what we're going to do, because why not? Maybe we can do additional voiceover work while we're at it. I don't know. But I really am glad that you guys enjoy the ads.
Absolutely.
We do it for enjoyment. Like, obviously, brand promotion is good. Making sales is even better. But the recognition, like, that's huge too. So
Absolutely.
We appreciate the kind words, guys. This is, it's kind of why we do it.
We do have a couple comments that came in real quick. Alien Icon said no one wants to see that, and that was in reference to our after hours stream. False.
Oh, I'm not saying like hot and heavy with Joe. I just said uncut.
I'm the one that gives the relationship advice on, or the how to pick up girls advice on the stream.
We could talk about it, but we could only have a discussion in it in PC terminology.
Oh,
that'd be fun.
I'm not gonna walk down.
Dude, are you telling me that you stripped the screw in that standoff? Dude, all night, bro. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even put an IO shield on it. Oh!
Crazy. I got thermal paste everywhere.
Oh! Okay.
I didn't want to go down that route.
The audio is all over the place. It's me, dude. It's my audio. And if you're talking about because I can't always talk into the mic because, that in the moment still learning things. And if you're talking about the advert, that was actually an artistic choice, because if you look at the old like 90s infomercials, it sounds like crap. We're just trying to do a cheesy infomercial. So if you notice that the audio is all over the place, that means we did our job. So thank you.
Jack Gaming. First, A-dubs, if I come to work for you guys ever, I'm running all the studio.
All the audio.
All the audio.
I put Wesley on the live stream because he can read.
I swear I passed.
Yee.
Jack
I am
Gaming.
also a streamer, and I am saving for a PC because I'm stuck streaming with a PS4. Well, I mean,
give us a call.
Send us a message.
Email us.
We'll see what we can do for you.
Absolutely.
Email. Send us a hot air balloon or a balloon. Anything.
Please.
Send us a carrier dove or carrier pigeon. Just try not to fall in love with it like Nikola Tesla did, because that's heartbreaking. What?
I would love if, honestly, I would love if I got a message from a pigeon one day and just dropped into my lap. Don't judge me.
Can we cut that? Can we use that in something? Just Wes, I would love if I got a message from a pigeon one day. It'd be so delightful. It's just, you said it so softly and like, you're touching my heart, man. Wow. More comments. Let's go to these comments. Fed.gov at AWTV. I'm talking over you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. You go ahead.
A lot of people do that. I don't want to get used to 800 DPI when working, and then you game and switch to 400, or do you think it won't make a difference? I mean, honestly, what I did for myself, I got used to the higher DPI when gaming. And the reason why I started doing it is, you notice, if you look at serious gamers, a majority of serious streamers and gamers, they use high DPI because it's less mouse movement. And if you're able to make less mouse movement, you're able to react faster and snipe bros.
Yeah, bruh.
Bruh. Get wrecked, mate.
Destroyed.
Do a AVA on. Apply directly to the desktop, AVA on. Apply directly to the desktop, AVA on. Apply directly to the desktop, AVA on. Apply to the desktop, AVA on. I don't know what's going on right now. What is this? What is this? Shoot us a DM on Instagram, please. Anything. I run different profiles in various Logitech mice at work and home. No problem for me. I too like to run lower DPI for games. Enter giveaway. What's not true at all, A-dubs? What's not? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. What's not true at all? Can you tell me a little bit about what you're speaking on? Because I don't understand.
I can't hear. I can't hear.
We're going to do like an impressionist stream one of these days. And we're going to have people... like
I don't think the audience is ready for that.
No! See, you got to have audience engagement. In order to have good audience engagement, you got to let them have the ideas.
Are you ready for an entire stream like this?
I'm ready for an entire stream like this.
Brooke.
It's my life. I raised myself to be ready for it.
Oh no.
We'll just have everybody from the crowd, like the audience, like, do an impression of this while doing this. And they're Arnold Schwarzenegger changing a baby's diaper. No, you got me right in my eye. No, you have to be a good baby. Put that poopy down. No. Can you tell I have I lead a very interesting life?
True story. Anytime I'm having a bad day and I come across Joe, he always has something that'll just honestly make me piss my pants laughing.
Aww.
Like every time I see Joe, I'm like, he's gonna have something for me, and it's gonna be grand.
Well, there's a lot of insults we pass around internally to each other out of fun. So I mean, that's part of it.
Oh yeah.
Some of it, like, it's effortless. Like, people just set themselves up for it, and you're like, oh, yeah.
Destroyed.
Oh, burn.
Burn.
Jack Gaming TW, I already entered the giveaway and unfortunately found it after I went to PAX and I only had a Friday badge, so I couldn't enter the 10+ entry at PAX. I'm glad you brought that up, Jack, because what you can do is if you share that giveaway link and then people join the giveaway as a result of clicking your giveaway link, you get 15 additional entries, up to 15 times.
Ooh.
15 people. 15 entries per entry.
Jump on it.
Glad to see that you guys are giving each other advice. That's always awesome to see. Like, you're helping each other out. That's like part of the reason why I wanted to start a stream, was to build not just like a following of people that we could talk to, because I can't shut my mouth.
But a community.
Yeah, but a community of people to help each other out. That's kind of the whole point, right? What link do I have to use? It's on the Gleam page, actually, Jack. If you go to the Gleam page, the giveaway, you click on it, and it gives you a shareable link to share on Twitter, Instagram, or Bookface. Or Fbook. However you want to call it. I prefer Fbook.
I don't.
I mean, like, I prefer saying Fbook over Facebook.
Did you notice I reactivated my Facebook? My actual Facebook?
Yeah, you were like, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm an odd individual. What do you want?
Hello. Hello.
You talking to me?
A lot of pros use low DPI for accuracy. Oh.
No, yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I stand corrected. Okay, the ones that I've seen have used high DPI for reaction rates. But for accuracy, I get that. Because there's been a few times, like when I used to play PUBG, I would try to move the mouse just a little bit to follow movement, and I'm moving ahead of the pace. So I can see that.
Shoberto Queso said, "What's on your mind, Wes?" I prefer not to say. I like my job and coming on the stream, so...
Do they know something I don't know?
We're referring to Fbook, so I like my job and I like being on the stream, so... Next.
The Mothman comic, Fbook magic. Welcome, the Mothman cometh. To Mothman cometh. That's a really nice name. I like your name. I like it. It's fun to say. To Mothman cometh. The Mothman cometh. Just saying. So we didn't even touch any of the gaming topics because we were just having a good time.
I'll tell you
with all
what.
youths. Having a good time with all youths, talking to you about different topics, saying things in response to your responses.
I'm gonna be honest. Gaming news was really, really slow this week. and I actually included something that wasn't even gaming news.
Oh, really?
It is. So is the last topic. So after more than 17 years, Microsoft sticks a fork in the good old Windows XP one final time.
No!
On a side note,
I'm totally okay with it, dude. They needed to rip that Band-Aid off like 10 years ago. But I understand that there's a lot of government entities and businesses that rely on the framework of XP to run their point-of-sale systems and their framework and, you know, the AI that will eventually become Skynet. So,
man, MT1000 is going to be walking everywhere.
Liquid metal alloy.
Yeet.
A YouTuber tested MW4.
Pixar didn't happen. That is actually like, I'm pretty sure that's confirmed, but not confirmed.
What's confirmed?
Modern Warfare 4.
I thought they were just rebooting it.
No, I heard they're remastering Modern Warfare 2, which
I would play again.
If they do, 1v1 me Rust, bro.
What?
1v1 me Rust, bro. Let's go. 360 no scopes off the top. Come on.
I played that game on a PS3 and enjoyed every minute of it, and I hate playing first-person shooters on consoles.
I played it on Xbox, preferred console choice back in the day.
Ew.
Excuse me?
Ew. Oh, nice. I really like the heavier cable on the G502. I have the Logitech mouse, I think the G902, that can be wireless or it can be wired. Oh. I got a bone to pick with Logitech about the design of that mouse. So, you give someone an option to add weights to it if they're going to use wired, which is grand. I do it. I rely on it. I like a heavy mouse. So it doesn't just slide all over the desk. But then you're like, no, I want to use it wirelessly. How do you do that? Well, with the wireless charging sensor that makes contact with the leads underneath the weights that you have to remove. So you can use it wired, but you have to remove the weights. Some people are like, oh, well, you know, the wireless dongle has some weight to it. Not what I want, though. Logi. It's not logical to force people into that. I'm the 1%ers that's like, I can't use it wireless now because you're not sensitive to my weight needs. Sorry. Just saying.
I like my mice to be heavy as well.
Would you guys ever do custom console stuff? Absolutely. Why not? You want to liquid cool your Xbox and put it in a case that looks like a watermelon? Done. What?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, we'll do it. Why not?
Oh my God.
Customize without compromise, bruh. I got it tattooed on my butt cheeks. I don't really. I don't at all. I lied to all of you, and I'm sorry. Can you ever forgive me?
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Well, this is starting to get a little uncomfortable, so I'm not going to talk about pics.
Oof.
But my notebook's battery is running low, which means it's tired of my yit. And it's killing itself slowly.
Ooh.
So, weights are a gimmick. Changed my mind. I mean, they help me.
They are not a gimmick.
They help me, and here's why. It's so the mouse, the way it's designed, I don't use my palm to make contact with the mouse. I actually use my fingertips. Like I hold a mouse like this. My palm actually never touches the mouse, and I'm more or less moving all of my fingers in tandem to move the mouse before I move my wrist for anything. So minor movements, I'm using my fingers. Big movements, I'm actually using my wrist. That's just, I mean, I've been using mice since I was like 3 years old. So I found my own way to be comfortable with it and become successful in gaming in some way, shape, or form. That's where weights help me because I'm using a very small amount of muscles in my fingers. So the weights make a difference there. For minor movements, that is. Eat snacky s'mores.
Real quick, my mother said I need to build my poor grandmother a new PC. She's still using Vista.
Your grandma knows what Vista is? I'm impressed.
She's a smart lady.
Wow. There was this lady, old lady that lived right next to my mother's house, and she couldn't figure out how to burn discs. She legitimately thought that term meant to, like, burn the disc. Like, the disc would come out. I showed her out. She goes, don't touch it, honey. It's probably hot. I felt really bad though because she had a really junky DVD, like a DVD burner, and I went through like 8 of her blank discs trying to figure out how to burn this one disc. I think it was like one of those like movie slideshows that you'd put in like a DVD player in a hope that the CDR media or the DVD-R media you're using was recognized. And you're like, oh look, a slideshow of your dogs. What are my favorite motherboards? Brand. In order of brand, Asus MSI Gigabyte.
I like the new
Rock.
I like the new Super Micro gaming boards.
Asus Gigabyte MSI.
Agreed.
Wrecked.
Wrecked. Alien Icon.
Not everyone is as heavy-handed like you, Joe. What's that mean?
You got heavy hands.
I don't know.
I mean, just like...
I don't know how to take that, Alien Icon. Am I going to get a phone call from a police precinct soon? Like we're starting an investigation, you're heavy-handed?
Heavy hands, Joe.
Or like I don't know my own strength? Like, I mean, if that were true, I wouldn't be able to build PCs like with precision because I would just destroy everything I'd try to install.
That's true. It's a good point. It's a very good point.
I have to defend myself. Wouldn't you want to be lighter so it has less mass and inertia? Finer control and stuff?
No, heavy. Okay, I didn't. When he was talking about Logitech, okay, I let it go. But when you gone too far, all right. Heavy mice make all the difference.
Heavy mice make gaming nice.
That's my new slogan. I'm getting it tattooed.
Well, no, it's because you know this mouse right here that I'm using. Which one is this? I think it's the MX500 actually, like the old school MX500 before they decided to remake them. Using the same amount of muscle movement. Let's say I move it an inch. Weighted, using the same amount of muscle movement, it might move half an inch. So what it does is it allows me to be a little bit more precise in that regard. It's not about easier to move, it's moving it more accurately in smaller increments. So, Call Me Crodex says, are going to be sponsored by AVADirect and going to be the next top controller players.
Him and Gilberto.
Thanks. Wish I get lucky this time. Call me Crodex. For real, bro. We're both tired of 60 frames per second cap. Well, yeah.
I feel you.
I mean, I am too. Who isn't? That's why I use a J-Sync monitor.
Aren't you just the cat's freaking pajamas?
Meow. Well, wasn't that just the dog's tuxedo?
Rude too said. 144 hertz monitor prices are coming down. I've noticed that.
Are. G500 mustard rice. Sorry.
Well, with us getting very close to that time, one thing...
Maybe I should invent a screwdriver that takes weights.
There are screwdrivers that take weights.
Why?
Oh, no?
Shh, 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 shh.
Sometimes... Anyways...
Screwdriver. Put it in the hole.
I wanted to say a quick story about Windows XP. All right, so the default...
Dubs, you're such a douche. But I love you. You would fit into the culture here really well. I'm not going to lie. No, maybe I should invent a screwdriver as weights. Precision PC building. Don't want you to over-tighten.
You know, I look, A-Dubs, just pick on Gerard. You fit him perfect. All right.
I mean, the janitors pick on Gerard.
That's very
Wesley?
true. It's very true. I'm gonna hear about that. I'm gonna walk through our man. He's gonna go, huh.
I wonder if I scream it loud enough, he'll hear me through the wall. Everybody picks on Gerard. Everyone. It's easy to do. Guarantee you that he heard it. He's going to come like walking around the corner. Watch. He's going to walk around the corner. He's going to stand.
He's going to give us the look.
He's going to stand right there.
He's going to say, uh-huh.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
I'm waiting for him to just like,
Yeah.
I heard that. What are they doing?
Alien Icon said it's almost too easy. Brute lingers. Jake! Sorry.
Hey, Dubs, 3 lulls.
3 lulls.
3 lulls. That was a good Ron Burgundy?
We were just talking about him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, outside, about how Anchorman 2 is awful. I'm trapped in a glass case of emotion!
Hello, William Basley. Hello.
What was with the accentuation on the B? Hello, William Basley. Bass.
Because he's special.
How do you know it's not Baisley? Or Basley? I could have sworn I just saw him walk past.
How do you know the S is not silent? How do you know it's not Bailey?
How do you know the B's not silent?
Oh, touche.
Uh-huh. Well, guys, it looks like we have overstayed our welcome by 1 minute. So please.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, excuse us. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, join the giveaway. Enter the giveaway.
Do it.
Join it or enter it, whatever you want to do. It's fantastic. All your friends will tell you. I'm telling you now. You don't need to ask them. You just heard it from me. Just join the giveaway and you're going to win a PC. All right, guys. Have a great weekend.
Hey, bye.